And welcome back to Central Valley Talk. I'm Mike Briggs. This show is called Artists and Authors, and we feature artists from all over the world. We used to just have local artists, but because of Zoom now, yesterday we interviewed an author from Sicily in Italy. So thanks to Zoom, and I don't want to say thanks to COVID, but because of COVID, we discovered this technology to interview more people. But today we do have a local author from Porterville, California, Ela. I should ask your last name.
Pandya.
Pandya. Ela Pandya. And you're from Porterville.
Yes.
And before Porterville, were you from somewhere else?
I was born in India.
In India, okay. And by the way, you wrote a book. Let's look at the book cover there. And it's called I Made Lemonade. And
Yes.
just tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's a memoir because I was born in India and then I came here. So I start with my life in India
Okay.
and then all the way up to 2021
Okay.
I have written. Yes.
And it's called Part 1, by the way.
Yes.
Because in Part 2, you have to talk about me and
Of
being
course.
interviewed on Central Valley
Of
Talk.
course, yes.
Now, I'm going to read it because, not just because you're my friend and you're on the show, but these stories fascinate me where everybody I know for generations is from Fresno.
Yes.
And people come across an ocean and to a whole other country, and it's fascinating. And
Yeah.
you came to another country, you made lemonade.
Yes.
Because
I
you had
did.
lemons, or? It's an old
My
saying.
husband likes to say he is the lemon.
He's the lemon.
He's very proud of me and he likes to laugh with people about it.
But is
So-
it just to the book that you came here and you took what you had and made a
Yes.
life out of it?
Yeah, I wanted to write about it because historically, India was a closed economy until 1990.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and then in 1990, India welcomed global companies to come and do business. The economy became big. And then the internet revolution happened.
That opened the whole world up.
Yes. So the people who have come from India in the last couple of decades, they did not experience what we who came in the 80s and 70s experienced.
Right.
And so there is this whole section of Indian diaspora that people know nothing about, you know.
Yeah.
And our challenges in a new country were different than the
Yes.
challenges of the newer generations.
Somebody leaving India now, or leaving a different India than you left, so.
Yes, and they know, because of internet, they know everything about America, you know.
They all have the smartphone and they're ahead
yeah.
of things. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and when I came from India, I couldn't even call my family because my parents in India did not have a phone.
Yes. And it's funny, in the olden days, when I was a kid even, you didn't call long distance. That was
No.
a big deal to call long distance.
Oh, after we got married and it took me 4 months to get my spouse visa, those 4 months my husband called me so much that AT&T called him to make sure the
Make sure
service
it's
was
real,
good.
yeah. So he came first.
He came first. He came 2 years before me.
2 years. You had to wait 2 years.
No. He came 2 years before me. He was training to be a general surgeon in New York. And during the second year, his parents started pushing him to go to India with them to get married.
Ah.
So he came to India, we got married. He came back to start his third year.
I see.
And after our marriage, I got visas in 4 months.
Took 4 months, yeah.
Yes. So he was here 2 years and 4 months before.
Now let's look at some of these pictures. Is this you?
Yes,
Is
at
this
my wedding.
Your wedding, okay.
Yes.
Okay. And the next one is
That's at our wedding reception.
wedding reception. That's the same then.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if these are in any kind of order. What is this next picture?
Well, I think in part 2, I start talking about an organization named Zonta International,
Okay.
which I joined, and it has for over 100 years empowering women and girls. And I was passionate about gender equality. So I feel like being a part of Zonta International has made me who I am today because
shape
it
who you
allowed
are.
me, it has shaped.
You must have seen a lot of difference from India to when you got here to the United States. And from the period you've been in the United States, we have a lot more gender equality here even.
Actually, I was very disappointed. Yeah, yeah. Compared, well, when I became an MBA at 22, and I was working in a corporation in middle management when I left India. When I came here, my father sent me to America. He wanted me to come to America because he felt like what you just said.
That it would be more equal, but it was not.
But it was not. I was very disappointed. And even today, the United States ranks very low in the status of women.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, do you know in 44 states, child marriages are allowed?
They are allowed. Child
And
marriage is allowed.
over 80% of child marriages are of young girls with adult men in the United States, including California.
I did not know that.
I am a part of the Coalition to End Child Marriage in California because of Zonta.
Zonta.
Yeah, so, well, anyway.
We're going to do a whole show on Zonta. That's fascinating. Let's
Yes,
go through these
yes.
photos. Where is this?
So Zonta participates with the UN's Commission on Status of Women every March. And I was in the, UN is in New York City.
Yeah,
So
that
I
looks
was
like
in
a
New York
right
City.
there.
And
I don't know if that's
I
statues.
participated, I have gone to 4 or 5 of those forums to negotiate policies about
I'm
women.
not sure that statue's still there.
No, it's not.
It's not. That's too bad. She was standing up to the bowl, I think, on the stock
Yes,
exchange. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. And the next one. So this is you being an activist.
Yes, this is me being an activist. When we were at CSW in New York City, the female workers from whom Wendy's buys tomatoes, they were protesting against Wendy's for buying those tomatoes from the people who are not fair to women.
Not fair to women.
So we joined that protest.
Yes. Let's keep going through these now.
This is me in my college days.
College days in India.
In India,
Okay.
yes.
You got your MBA in India or United States?
In India.
In India, okay. And here's a newspaper article. I meant to read this before we went on.
Yeah, so what happened was, mine was the second batch when India started off, in my state and my university started offering a formal education in business management. I was the second batch.
Second batch to go through.
Yeah, and so it was a novelty to have actually professionally trained managers. So when I got a job, the newspapers, they interviewed me and my
That's nice.
friend.
Look at that.
We both graduated as MBAs. Yeah.
MBAs. And this next picture is that you?
Yeah.
You were adorable.
My husband says, you were born boring.
And the next is you as a teenager?
Well, this is my picture after I came to America, and for the first time I got my hair done.
Nice.
I was an experience, and I've written about that in my book.
Is that your family?
This is my children and my in-laws
Your
when we
in-laws, okay.
started my husband's surgery practice in Porterville.
In Porterville.
Yes.
Okay, and the last couple pictures. So
My-
you had quite a life in an adventure, and a journey. And a journey is really what it is.
Yes, I'm very blessed to have had experiences.
Okay, let's come
that
back
have,
to us after that picture.
That's my daughter's first birthday. I've written about that in the book.
in the book. Are there pictures in the book?
No,
Okay.
but I have a website.
Oh, and you can go see some of these images,
Yes,
things like
and,
this?
and on Amazon authors page also I have a lot of
Okay,
pictures.
let's come back to us. Daniel, by the way, is our technician.
Thank you,
He's our
Daniel.
intern, and he's in college, and look what a good job he does. Come back to the picture
He's
of us,
doing a
Daniel.
great job, Daniel.
Click on
This is the picture of Christmas parade in Porterville where we walked with the signs that Zonta says no to violence against women.
Now, where is your husband, the hospital?
He is in Porterville.
I know,
He
but which hospitals?
Sierra View District
Sierra
Hospital.
View. Yeah, bring us back on there, Daniel, and just click a picture of her and I. There you go. Go. There you go. That's it. Now click go. Nicely done. And we have the world turning because you started on one side of the world and end up on the other.
Yes, I'm blessed to call 2 countries my own. You know.
Your home, yeah. Now, you have a whole family now. The kids are grown?
Kids are grown. Older is the daughter. She is also a general surgeon, and she just finished a fellowship in foregut surgery.
Okay. Where did she do that?
She trained in Seattle.
Seattle. Okay, that's nice.
She actually trained for general surgery at CRMC.
Oh, right here.
Yes,
Yeah.
but then she went for fellowship to Seattle.
For like a
Swedish,
specialization? Or?
yeah, Swedish hospital.
That's
yes.
nice. That's nice. Okay, well, I'm telling you guys, what a fascinating story. I will read it because this is the kind of story I like.
Well,
And
I
people can
appreciate
get it on Amazon.
Yes.
Okay, go to Amazon, type I made lemonade, type Ela Pandya,
Pandya.
Ela Pandya, anything like that, you'll find it. I went in, she said, we need a picture of the cover of the book. I went in 2 seconds, I found the cover.
Oh, you
So
did?
It's
Okay.
not hard to find.
Yeah.
Here's my idea. What do you guys do for Christmas? Who do you give gifts to? You got to get my dad another necktie or something? Let's all go and buy this book and give it out as Christmas gifts.
That's true.
And,
Yes. I worked hard to get it out before
Yeah.
Christmas.
I wanted to say something, by the way. I want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
I always say this, anybody could write a book. Very few people can finish writing a book. And that's, was it hard to get to the end? Put it down and say, I'm done?
Well, yeah. I mean, you go through the memories.
Mhm.
I was lucky or smart because I was already keeping a chronological log of the
That's
events
nice,
in
yeah.
our life. So when I started writing, all I had to do was look at the year, pull out the pictures from the albums from that year, and
The
then that
memories will
jogged
just
my
come back.
memories.
Memories will
Yes.
just come back. Right. Anything else you want our viewers to know? I always rush people off, but
Well, yeah, I'm proud of for having written this book because I represent women. I represent women from India. I'm a Gujarati from the state of Gujarat in India. Very few Gujarati women have written books,
wait.
so I represent them. And I think I have a very interesting perspective about life in general, and I'm blessed to have had a wonderful journey, and I'm glad that I was able to write about it.
I know we're way past time, but let me ask. I'm assuming it's in English.
Yes.
Thank goodness. Will it be printed for India also?
Yes.
In another language?
Yes.
What language?
Well, I'm going to go to India soon, and I'm going to find a translator.
Translator, yeah.
And
Will it be Indian? I mean, I don't know about languages.
in Gujarati, from my state.
Oh, from that state. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Ela
Pandya.
Ela Pandya, I want to say it right one time, is our guest. A fascinating story, and it's written now. It's called I Made Lemonade, a Memoir, Part 1. We'll be back
Thank you.
with more authors and artists right after this.